Welcome. My name is Pizada Rashid. In this video, I'm going to set up Microsoft Visual Studio emulator for Android. Available as a free standalone download. Pause the video and read. These are the system requirements to work with the emulator. To download the emulator, open your browser and navigate to this URL. Click this button to the left to download it. It will take few minutes to download. Once download is complete, go ahead and start the setup. Just follow the instructions and complete the installation. It's pretty trivial. Once you have installed the emulator, an entry will appear in the Start menu for Visual Studio Emulator for Android. You can see the icon here. Clicking this will bring up Emulator Manager window to install and run wide range of device profiles. By default, few KitKat device profiles are installed and highlighted at the top to quickly get started. Click this arrow to view these specs. You can also filter the devices list by selecting API from this drop-down. Let's look at how to prepare the device and launch the emulator. Choose a device profile that you would like to test on. Hit this icon if you want to install new profile, which will start the virtual machine configuration. You can uninstall the profile by clicking this icon. I'm going to use this profile. If you see this error while starting the emulator, that means Hyper-V is disabled. You need to enable it to start the emulator. Hit green play button to start the emulator in a new window. This will boot the Android image from VHD on top of Hyper-V. Click this icon to cancel the launch. See, Android logo is displayed in the emulator. You can always run multiple profiles side by side. This is a toolbar with a lot of features built on a simple user-friendly interface. Let's quickly go through it one by one. To shut down the emulator, minimize to the taskbar. To on and off the device. Touch points for pinching and zooming if you want to simulate two-finger movement. Single point input after using multi-touch input. Orientation like landscape or portrait. Options to change the emulator size. To make emulator fit on the screen. Hit this arrow button to open additional tools window, where you can control various device simulations. Let's explore the tabs. Accelerometer. If you want to test accelerometer in your app, simply click red dot in the middle and rotate in a 3D plane to simulate moving the device. You can see XYZ values changing. Reset the position by clicking this button. You can also change the orientation mode from portrait to landscape by selecting one of the options here. Simulate the phone shaking of a device is also easy, just by clicking play button. That is simulating someone shaking the phone. Location. Here you can drag around and zoom to simulate a GPS location. Let's set some points on the map. Now you can drive this route by selecting one of the options here, and you will see live journey across the map. Clear the points by clicking this. Battery. Here you will test how app reacts to different battery charge levels. See battery at 50% now. If I move the slider, the battery getting depleted. The battery is full now. This is like real-time battery drainage. Activate the battery simulation mode by unchecking or checking this box. See, this bolt icon changes to reflect the change. Screenshot. To take a screenshot of your app, click on the capture button. Which will take a screenshot and show you instantly. You can see the preview here. To keep the screenshot, click on the save button. If you don't like the screenshot, click capture again. Camera. If you launch the default camera of the emulator, you will see animated image that you can capture, simulating taking a picture. Switch to a file, click browse, and pick this image here. This will be the input for your front camera that you can capture and use it in the app. You can also use your webcam by selecting front camera from the drop-down and taking a picture of yourself. This is very helpful when you build app that uses camera. SD card. This is the great way to simulate read or write to the SD card. Browse and pick local folder on your machine to be an SD card root. That would be the source folder for storage. Now you can push and pull content from the SD card. Checking this will clear the SD card for a fresh start. Network. This tab displays emulator's network settings. Here you can simulate Wi-Fi or cellular data. (3G) or 4G network with different signal strengths. This is the IP of the emulator when connected to the ADB server. Prior to move forward, make sure you have Android SDK installed on your machine. Let's drag and drop this APK file onto the emulator. When I drop the file, it will start the installation. File successfully installed. If drop doesn't work and gives an error, this probably indicates that the emulator is not connected to the ADB. Basically, emulator uses ADB to facilitate file transfer when you drop a file onto the screen. This is the app icon I just installed. To check emulator is connected to the ADB server, go to search and type CMD to open a terminal window. Type ADB devices. If IP address is displayed, that means emulator is connected. To confirm emulator IP, click Tools. On the Network tab, you can see the same IP.